Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday drawing session with me, Frank Cho. Today, we are going to do the female torso part 2. So, as we start, we have the model sheet where the female model is 8 heads tall, and we're kind of going to focus on the chest area. So, that's my kneaded eraser. I just want to give you a model, a physical model, how I approach drawing the female torso. So it's essentially two triangles stacked together. Now some people like to call it a bean, like a bean shape, you know. But I like to kind of like it is something of between like a triangular bean shape. So there I am, just kind of illustrating. So I kind of wanted to draw one that is kind of bending forward, and the second one drawing where it's bending backward. So already just that shape is kind of like this, two triangles stacked together in a bean shape. You can already tell it looks like a woman already. So I just want to give you where the head placement is by drawing that, and you can see the midline, and now I'm drawing the shoulder area. And so once I have the shoulder area, it really easy to kind of like visualize where the chest muscle goes. So the shoulder width is roughly the same width as the hips. So that's something you should keep that in mind. And there is the lower torso. So usually, yeah, I drew the oblique muscle because that is kind of like the divide from the upper and lower torso, and and that also kind of indicate whether or not the hip bone should be high or low. So if it's lower, it tend to look more masculine, but if it's higher, it tend to be more feminine. And so there's the collarbone, the clavicle, and if you look from the top, it's shaped like a letter S. It's like an elongated letter S. And that is a really good indicator where the trap and the chest is separated. And now I'm drawing the lines where the chest muscle fiber is attached. Again, drawing the shoulders. Now, so all basic figure is the same. So the male and female, if you strip away the skin and the fat, is essentially the same. There's some differences. Like for the women, is just the hips are wider, but everything else is essentially the same. It's like drawing like a teenage boy body. That's what you start off with when you're drawing a female, like a lean teenage boy body, and then you just widen the hips and then add the breasts. So I just erased the whole thing to just kind of give you a cleaner drawing. And there's the neck muscle. It attaches from behind the ear and goes straight into the middle of the clavicle area. So again, from this point right here, you're essentially drawing the like a teenage body. So you have the shoulder, the arm, and the hips. So I just show you the placement where the obliques go. Obliques are the side muscle, and then erased it. Again, now I tend to gravitate toward women with wider hips. I just like women that are curvy. To me, they look like real women. I know that some of my colleagues like to draw like very slender women with very like narrow hips. So to me, that kind of defeats the drawing women. Women should have hips and chest. You know, they should be like an hourglass. They should be very Rubenesque. And so there you see, I'm drawing adding the breast, and the breast is essentially a fatty deposit over the pectoral muscle, and they move independently from each other. So you should keep that in mind. Also, the shape of the breast is it's essentially a tear shaped, a teardrop shaped. There I am writing the teardrop shape. And so keep that in mind. It's never circular. It should never use a circle template to draw breasts. So by maintaining a kind of a teardrop shape, it makes it look more organic and more natural. Now moving on to the second pose, as you can see, it is two triangular shapes stacked on one another in a kind of a weird bean shape, and there I am illustrating the midline. So the midline will dictate the overall posture of the figure. So the midline is essentially the spine. You know, it actually follows the spine. So again, when I'm drawing the female figure, I'm actually I strip away the all the skin and the fatty deposits, and just kind of add, you know, just go ahead and draw the underlying muscle structure first. So I didn't make too many changes in already, you know. I just followed the triangular shape, and already it looks like the female figure. And so I'm erasing the overall drawing so that I can really outline the figure, give you a clean definition of what the figure looks like. So I'm adding the neck muscle, and that's you can see a little bit of the trap, and I'm following the overall the muscle of the chest. You know, I'm just drawing. I'm not at this point. I'm not really worried about how the breasts will fall and look like on that position. I'm just right now just focusing on the overall muscular structure and the anatomical landmark. So as I said earlier, having the hips kind of hip bone higher toward the midsection will make the figure look more feminine. But if you lower it and make it narrow, it will make it look more masculine. And there's the intercostal muscle. And so since the arm is kind of thrown back, the the breast area will kind of flatten out and kind of like cover, well, kind of like mimic the overall chest muscle. So it will kind of flatten out. It's not going to bunch up and kind of droop down like the first figure. The second figure, you know, you can see how I'm kind of like emphasizing the overall gravity has the gravitational effect it has on the of that chest area. So so again, just drawing the arm. Now this is important. So I'm actually showing where the pectoral muscle is connected to the shoulder area. Yeah, you should always kind of focus on that. By covering that up, it makes the overall chest look kind of weird and cartoony. And and there I am just cleaning everything up, and there it is, the female torso. Hope you learned a thing or two. I will see you in a few days.